You know, some people might use this car to take their girlfriends out or their wives out and all that. I've never taken anyone else in this car other than my kids and my wife. This car's been about going to places and having fun together on weekends. And that's why I think that this car has been like, it's become part of the fabric of how we live our lives. My name is Khoo Su Chuang. I drive a Mazda MX5 from 1991. It's a 1.6 litre NA version. I'm a financial journalist. I've been so for over 20 years. So I do a little bit of radio with BFM. And my latest, most interesting new project is something called Do More, a video online social media platform to inspire young people to do more with their own personal lives, to start their own business. So I got this car about 5 years ago. I'd come into a little bit of money and I thought, okay, it's time to have a bit of fun, and I thought I'd buy a nice, affordable, fun sports car. There was no other choice. It had to be an MX5. And these cars were typically light, small engine, front engine, rear wheel drive, and they're very balanced proportionally, 50-50 front rear weight distribution. It's a very approachable car. People like it when they see it. It's fun to drive. It's not particularly fast, but in a curvy bit where there's a lot of corners, that's when it really comes into its own. Yeah, the first time I drove this car, I couldn't stop smiling. You know, it was just like a pleasure to drive. And every time I drive this car top down, I'm brought back to Penang. And you know, I'm in my teens. It was a really magical time for classic cars. And these classic cars, they were really brought and passed down from generation to generation. These are family heirlooms. These cars belong to our parents and their parents' parents. We come back for school holidays and we go out clubbing in these cars, we go to the beach in these cars, always top down. And the fact that we lived in Penang by the beach and the scenery was amazing, always by the sea. And those memories really stayed with me all these years. Well, you know, this car is now 28 years old and it's done over 300,000 kilometers. But it's purely mechanical. There are no electronics in this car. The only electronics in this car is the one that fixes the stereo to the speakers, and that's it. They're like, you know, old Rolexes or old Tudors. So I have no doubt whatsoever that this MX-5, if I look after it properly, will go well over 1 million miles. It's just a matter of care, and I'm very manic about my car. It's fully synthetic oil all the time. I just want to really look after this car because I think that if I look after her well, she'll look after me back very well. And she's been a pleasure to own. For the last 5 years, she's never given me any problems. Well, I hope to retire in Penang one day, and I'll be wanting to take her back with me. You know, I've got this idea that maybe one day my kids might enjoy it, just like how we did in the 80s with me and my buddies. And you know, I can say that this is part of the family, and it's like my dad's car, and I can see them running around Penang with it. You know, it's been such an amazing part of my life this past 5 years. I don't think I'll ever sell it. I mean, my wife is giving me a lot of flack about owning a third car, but I plan to resist her opposition to this car for as long as possible, and hopefully I never come to a point where I have to sell it.